Good morning. Sorry I didn't vlog this morning. I was in a rush because I woke up late. So I'm home from English and I'm about to go to hang up all the puzzles on the puzzle wall. So we just finished hanging up all the puzzles in the puzzle room. So here's the snails. And here's all the puzzles that I just focus. Here's all the puzzles that we just hung up. I love it. It looks so good. So cool. And that blank spot is gonna be the 4th fairy puzzle up there. It's gonna look so good. We just went out to go get lunch, so we just brought it home. I'm gonna eat and then go to art club. Hi!
Hi.
Hi, it's wet.
I know it's raining.
2 questions for you, Frankie.
Yeah?
First one is,
Yeah?
did you know that this is not a squirrel park anymore?
I know, I told you.
It's an onyx park.
I told you that yesterday!
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous, dude. They
We were
screwed us.
testing it today. It's really an
They
onyx
screwed
park.
us over, Frankie.
I know, I told you.
And then what about this morning? Did you hear any, when you got out of class or out of your
Out of the car.
car, did you hear any people yelling and screaming and cursing?
No. Why? No, why?
Just curious.
It's raining so
Did you
hard.
hear any like adults yelling and cursing at each other?
No, was it you? Oh, Dad! I did! You were mean to the man who came up. He was like, you aren't allowed to park here, man. And you yelled at him.
How do you know?
I was watching you!
No, you...
I was watching your car leave and him yelling at you.
I was yelling out the window at him.
He was yelling back at you.
I know. We were screaming. Did you hear all the moms going, "Come on, guys, this is an elementary school. There's little kids
I
around."
know. I was watching.
That's funny. That's so funny.
I heard all that.
It's raining
How'd you
so
know he
hard.
how'd you know he came to the car?
I was watching and I was looking back at you to see if you were moving yet because the buses were there. I was like,
The buses weren't there, were they?
Yeah.
We are at Tropical Smoothie. I'm picking up dinner for me and my sisters. And then I wrote a little bit today. I think I'm gonna write more later. I just can't focus right now with friends on in the background, so. Anyways, and then the Little Mermaid goes like,
You guys talk from the beginning.
I am the Little Mermaid.
Okay.
And then the Little Mermaid, she's like, oh, I know my best friend, she's a fish and a crab, Sebastian and Flounder. And then she swims around and she has a little cave of human shrimp and she's like, oh, I love forks. And then she swims around and she's like, oh, I want to be human, I need feet. And then she like swims some more. And then her father's like, stop, you're being rude. And then she's like, oh, I just want to be human. And then she swims around some more and then she saves Prince Eric when he falls into the ocean, and she saves him and she's like, oh my god, what a beautiful human. And she throws him on the beach. And then she just sits there and she sings to him like, oh, and then he wakes up and he's like, and then she's like, and she jumps back into the water and she runs away. And she's like, oh my god, the seagull, what is this? And he's like, this is a schnuggle. And a dinglehopper. And she's like, I love it, I'm gonna brush my hair. I remember that. And then she tells all her friends that she met a human. And then she goes to Ursula because Ursula can give her feet. So she's like, oh my god, Ursula the sea witch, please give me feet. I know you're not a bad person, I mean witch. Just give me some feet, please. I need to meet the love of my life. I only saw him open his eyes. And then she goes and she's like, ah, and her voice goes out and then Ursula has it and she's like, ah, and then Ariel has no voice. So Ursula's like, you can be human and keep your feet if you can go be in the human world for 2 days. You have 2 days to make him fall in love with you. And if he falls in love with you with no voice, you can keep your feet. So she goes and she's like, well, not really because she doesn't have any voice. And she's like, oh, I love you, Prince Eric. And then they're like, oh, let's get married. And then they get married on the boat. And then she keeps
They don't get married on the boat.
on the canoe. And she's like,
And she can't talk yet.
Oh my gosh, what's the song?
and then Sebastian's like,
You forgot
and they're like,
big part. You forgot a big part.
wanna kiss the girl.
Ow!
And then they're like, and then they're like, and then Sebastian's like, no! And then
Well, why was she singing it? We went, no!
What happened after that? It's at the table, and she has the fork, and she goes, and everyone's like, and then she goes, and she flutters away, and she goes back into those, and she's like, ah, Ursula's evil, ah, give her my voice back. And then she gets her voice back, and she's like, oh, Eric, I love you. And then he's like, oh, and then they get married and have mermaid babies. She's a poor old lady. She's like, oh my god, I have to scrub the oven with my toothbrush. She's like, I'm a poor old maiden, my sisters hate me. Basically, it's me. And you! Hello? You! But anyways, me, I mean Cinderella, likes to scrub the floors, and then the mom, I'm recording a video! And then the stepmother's like, you are ugly.
Who's,
You're the stepmother.
who's Cinderella?
You are ugly. Me, I'm Cinderella. Anyways, back to me. And then the stepmother's like, your dad kicked the bucket. Now you're my slave. And then she's like, gotta scrub. And then she goes to the attic. The stepmother is like, ugh, go in the attic. And then she gives all the stepsisters like, oh, so many beautiful things. And then she's like, I wanna go to the ball. And then so Cinderella's like, I wanna go to the ball too, guys. And she makes herself this beautiful.
No, the mice help her.
Then the mice help her on Jock.
I don't remember like any Cinderella.
And then they make the dress, and then she shows it to her stepmother. And she's like, ugly, and she rips it. And then Cinderella's like, oh.
No.
And then she goes to see her
sisters and
fairy
her.
godmother. And she goes, she's like,
And the mother.
and then the fairy godmother comes down. She's like, and she gives her a carriage with a pumpkin and some horses. Excuse me. And some horses and a beautiful dress. Julie! She goes on her carriage and she goes to the ball. And she meets the prince, but she doesn't know he's the prince. And she's like, oh my god, I love you so much. And then she's like, oh my god, it's midnight. So she's gotta run. She's running, and she drops her shoe. She loses her shoe on the stairs. And she's like, gotta run. And then the prince chases after her. And he's like, you forgot your shoe. And she's like, gotta go. And then she leaves in her carriage and she goes home. And she's like, ah, I forgot my shoe.
And then the falls apart as she's driving home, and she falls on the side of the road, and all her clothes turn back to rags.
Yes, and everything gets ruined. And then she
From
goes
rags to riches, to riches to rags.
And then she goes
Right back
home.
again.
And then she's like, oh my god, this is horrible. And then the prince comes and checks everyone's house to see if the slipper fits, which is kind of stupid.
No, it's not.
A lot of people can have the same shoe size.
No, but
Me and you have the same shoe size.
But it's exactly formed for her foot.
Because of the fairy godmother, it's a magic slipper.
Anyways, then he goes around and he knocks on their
Disney
door.
logic.
And he knocks on their door. I
made it so like if this ever happened.
And then the stepmother answers the door and she's like, what do you want, Prince? Oh my god, I'm royalty. I'm so cute and available. And then she's like,
I remember
put this shoe on my foot. I bet it's me. And he's like, no. And then the stepsister's like, try it on me. And then he's like, no. And he's like, is anyone else here? And Cinderella's like in the attic and she's like,
She's locked in.
Does she
locked
sing
in.
and she hears him singing or something?
yes, and he hears them singing or something. And so he goes inside and he's like, who's here? And then she's like, me, I'm trapped in the attic. And then he
I
goes,
think the mice help her get
I
out.
have no idea how she
I don't
gets saved,
remember.
but somehow she comes out of the attic. And then she comes downstairs and she's like, come up on my feet. And then he's like, my true love.
And the stepmother breaks it and she says, but that's okay, I have this one. And she pulls out the other slipper.
Yeah, and then she goes and then she runs away with the prince and they have happily ever after and they have little Cinderella babies. We're watching the premiere of Big Brother 19. Hi! And it's really boring and I hate it and it's a flop already. Julie, how do you feel about it?
I like some of the people, just not the show.
I'm ready to go take a shower.
Me too, I was about to bolt out of here and go take a shower. Frankie?
Dad did.
And Dad already left.
CBS Big Brother, I appreciate your editors now. I'll send big thumbs up to them.
It's horrible. What you doing?
I'm covering myself in hand sanitizer because you went to the snail and you touched it, and then you touched me without washing your hands or using hand sanitizer.
It's a snail, Julie.
You're a snail, Brooklyn.
Hi, Keegan.
What? Hi.
Dad, is this for me? Yeah. Hi, Frankie. What do we think of Over the Top?
Nice. Know your phrase?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say?
BB over the top.
More like Big Brother over the top.
Okay. We watched Big Brother over the top. It was boring. It's still going on. We turned it off.
They're still
because
beating each other.
Because we're gonna watch Modern Family and the Goldbergs and then go to bed. So I'm finishing writing up my story about the hidden backpack, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Hello. So it's about 11:30. I just watched Modern Family, Goldbergs, and Blind Spot, and it's so good. Now I'm gonna watch This Is Us and edit this video. So good night.